Welcome. So today's session is a very interesting topic. Have chosen infection and how do we see infection in what light? So not everyone sees and understands infection as one with wisdom and gyan. So how does the Gyanis see infection as? So generally, everyone fears and they're in anxiety uh, the moment they hear that word. So let us begin with what is infection? It is just an invasion and growth of foreign body within ourselves. And it can be germs, it can be bacteria, viruses, or any other microorganisms. And it causes fever. Now, uh, the fever is there because the temperature rises, because the self immunity, immune system kicks in, and the white blood cells begin to fight with the foreign body to kill it. So it is a very natural process. But we as humans, we kind of misunderstand this whole process. And what do? The moment the temperature rises, we don't give it a chance for the white blood cells to kick in and do its work that it naturally does. We interfere and we want to start putting the temperature down to begin with. And that means we are not trusting the nature's way. So we have to allow this process to go through, and then we see what it's like. And many a times we find after 3 days the temperature falls in itself because we have healed ourselves naturally. So uh, of course, if we don't, then if it's bacterial infection, the antibiotics are introduced. But with viruses, we cannot have any of those antibiotics. It doesn't work that way. So for viruses, there is zinc. It prevents the virus from attaching to our cells and thereby replicating. So, you know, the people should be made aware. In the ancient times, a lot of food was taken with the zinc intake, but now people are not aware of all this. And this kind of awareness should be brought back in again. So, what lessons are we learning in isolation, in the last how many months of this, isolation? Nature is telling us to change. Are people thinking about that? Nature is telling us to change. For the last 3 decades, we have abused our bodies of overeating, and all sorts of things have gone into the body. Bad habits, over smoking, over drinking, lack of sleep because of entertainment, excessive, poor diet, I would say, and drugs, and many other things, lack of exercise as well. So these kind of things we must drop to raise our immune system and purification. So the nature is telling us to do that. And have we taken steps to improve? That's another thing. Have we taken steps to realign and to be responsible for our physical body? Not many people are even aware that we are carrying three bodies. So physical is the one you see, the mental body you don't see, and of course the most beautiful spirit body in us, which houses our soul. So how how do we see it? So if our inside is all on fire and it is all full of impurities, sometimes I say full of furniture, and you need to get rid of all that is old and broken and whatever. So self responsibility should be there, and not just rely everything on outer sources that, oh, so and so can fix me and fix that. You should be responsible for yourself. So uh, how are we responsible for ourselves? I see during this time, the nature wanted us to sort of control our intake of food, but then food delivery is introduced. Fast food delivery. You want to, cook things from fresh. All the carbonated drinks are still on the shelf. Is that what you want to drink? It's not purifying your body, all those sugars. And what are we doing about, you know, the mental body as well? There is no mention of mental body, and the mental body needs a good workout. And I would say um, that is a big role that plays also in the thinking of disease. So if the mental mind is all the time thinking of the disease with all that is thrown at us through the media and all other advertising, um, the vaccination and all other things that we take, it's not really going to work at its full force because we are not really helping with our mental mind. We are still so weak, and it cannot cover you completely. So there is age factor as well. The immune system goes down as we age. So all the elderly people, uh, cannot be as immune as the youth of today and youth of tomorrow as well. So, you know, what do we introduce into our life again that we have lost so we can strengthen our mind body? So I would say there are quite a few things here, being a yoga teacher, and I understand that the yoga balances are so important because it brings that one pointedness and strengthens the mind. The breath is important because the breath links us to the source, which is where the healing takes place, where the in tune is. So pranayama is so important. All the breathing exercises, fresh air out in the nature, nature's walk, not just to the shopping center and back, and fasting. Now, not everyone thinks that fasting helps, but fasting really helps because it is getting rid of the toxins and stillness as well through meditation. A lot of games as well, which are ball games that can be played outdoors with little children. So important. So, the physical body and the mental body are the two things. If we are responsible with that, then we have done the work. So it's no point pumping the muscles and getting those physical bodies really to look, really strong. If the mind is weak, then it will crumble. So if the physical body is weak and the mental mind is so strong, you can heal in whatever circumstances you can heal. If the physical body is strong and the mental body is strong, you have nailed it. You are free from all the attacks. So, this is why it is so important to strengthen the body mind and, really see that that is a good way to establish yourself. And nature is making us quite uncomfortable right now, as we can see. And it is very important for us to wake up and see what is here and now. And, the world is churning so that, you know, it's churning because all the impurities that we have put has to be revealed that this is not what we want, it doesn't want that. So it's for us to see the same thing inside us, all that is churning inside us, what the mind, whatever havoc we have created, it's all going to rise. And it will rise to remind us that I am not this body, I am not this mind, but I am the pure spirit. And that's where we need to get. So, what is pure spirit about? It is not touched by any of this drama, everyday drama, because the mind just wants to play and the body plays with it. So, it is self-observation time. Self, this is why we are in isolation. It's the self-observation time. What am I, what am I doing about my body? What am I doing about my mind body? And when we start looking at it, we will see what we have to do. Each one of us will be responsible. And so we can see the drama right now. And there are forces that are controlling and taking away our birth freedom. And if you really trust this truth, the light that there is, You are free right now. You are free. You will not be sick of all these things that is going on around. You will be really free and empty and, at peace in a way. So all the effort of the spiritual process is to break the limits that you have imposed on yourself and rise to experience the immensity that you are. And let us pray that everyone rises to see the immensity in themselves, and nothing is as it seems. Look again and seek deeper. Consume less and create more. You are your own genetic engineer. Realize it. You feel the power within you. And this is what the nature wants us to be, mass awakening. And that's what it is. And realize it right now. Infection and disease is only at body mind level. It is not in your spirit. Your spirit is pure, non, it is not touching any of it. It is just witnessing and observing. So here we leave this subject, and I hope it really gives a full insight into your own being, and continue watching as we speak on more subjects. So, namaste. Thank you.